Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, Adrian Talks Life. I'm a narcissistic abuse survivor from a 13-year toxic relationship. I'm almost 2 years narc free. I do these videos to help other people who could be in the same situation and they're all confused and mixed up about what has hit them and what's going on. So if I can help one or two people, I'm happy, because when I was in that situation I was looking for advice and people have been in similar situations, so I could try and understand the mess that was occurring in my life. So today's topic, guys, is about the new supply, the new partner in the narcissistic's life. A lady contacted me after one of my last videos saying that she was angry and disappointed and felt anger at her ex-narcissist because he'd got into a new relationship with a new woman and he was flaunting it all over social media. She was seeing this. He was out walking the beach with his new partner, going for meals, posting stuff all over social media that he'd found his soulmate, and isn't it wonderful? And this lady contacted me and she said, "Oh, I'm so angry because how'd you cope with the anger? Because why didn't you do all this for me? What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I good enough?" And she had this anger about this. Now, as I said to her, I said, listen, I said, this is just a narrative. This is just a story that the narcissist is painting. This new person in their life, this new partner stroke supply that they need in their life, they're not a better person. It doesn't matter how good looking they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have, where they live, what car they drive. It doesn't matter. It's not about, oh, they're a better person. It's about the narcissist moving on fast to get new validation supply that they need in their lives that they can't live without. It's like oxygen to you and me. They have to have this validation, this supply. So this new supply that you may have recently found out about has been around for a long time, a lot longer than you've been told or you've been informed. They've been on the scene because a narcissist will set them up ready before or during the discard of the previous partner, and they'll have the new supply waiting in the wings. This is what they do because they cannot live without the validation. Don't forget, guys, narcissist has next to little or zero self-esteem. They have no sense of self-worth. They have no empathy. They have this nothingness, this emptiness inside them, and it needs filling. They need this supply. So they will always line up a new supply. So the new person is not better. She's not better. They might be a very good person. Don't get me wrong, because what the narcissist always does, they always pick strong people because they're trying to mirror it. It's called a mirroring effect. So the narcissist will pick a strong, empathetic, outgoing, confident person because that's what they're lacking. Somebody who's very loving and caring, because they're lacking that. They don't love anybody. They don't have the ability to love. So they're looking for that in a person so they can mirror off this person. And then you've got the love bombing stage that we've all been there if you've been in this situation like I have, where the narcissist will love bomb you. They'll put you on a pedestal. Oh, you're the best thing ever. You're wonderful. We've got a special connection, which I never had with any of my exes. You understand me. And the new partner supply is absolutely delighted because he or she thinks, I'm going to fix this person. I'm going to help them because I've been told all about their difficult childhood, how they're always the victim, that they're not doing very well in life and it's always somebody else's fault. And I can help them and I'll stand by them because this person loves me and I love them and we're in a great relationship and I'm going to be the one that can help them. It's total rubbish, guys, because nobody can help a narcissist. The narcissist doesn't change. 99.9% of narcissists do not seek help or therapy. This narcissist who's moved on to the new supply, they haven't changed overnight. They haven't gone for intensive therapy, which is what a narcissist would require to try and help them and fix them and to live a better life, because that involves going for intensive therapy to a specialist, NPD, narcissistic personality disorder specialist, which is what they need. That's admitting that there's something wrong with me. That's saying, hey, I recognize there's something wrong with me, which a narcissist will never do. Look, it's the same thing when they say nothing's my fault. They never admitted anything wrong, so they're not going to go to a therapist and say, oh, there's something wrong with me and I need help. It's just not going to happen, which is why nearly 100% of narcissists never seek help. So this narcissist hasn't changed overnight. They're not a new, better person. They're exactly the same as they were before. And it's a pattern of events where they've got the new supply and they will love bomb this new supply because their goal at this stage, early on in the relationship, is to get this new supply hooked. To get them hook, line, sinker on the reel so that they can progress their plan that they always do with every new partner. And they will book holidays faster with these people. They'll even move in with them very quickly. They'll meet the kids, introduce them to their kids, all to get them hooked. New Supply is on top of the world because they've put them on this pedestal, and she is feeling great and feels that they've got a special connection. There's no special connection, guys. When we were in this relationship and we were love bombed the same, we thought exactly the same. We thought, oh, we've got a great connection here. And I thought for many years, 13-year relationship, I thought that I could help fix this person and help them, and maybe suggest to go to therapy. And we all know how that ends up. The narcissist will love bomb you, and then when it doesn't work out for them, because this mirroring effect that I mentioned, of course it doesn't work out, because you can't be somebody else. You need to be your own person. And what happens is the narcissist sees faults in you, the New Supply, after the love bombing stage is over, which could be anything, 3, 6, 9 months, whatever that lasts, normally 3 to 6 months. And then they start to see a couple of faults in the New Supply, and they realise that this person is not this guy or girl on a pedestal, and they have faults, as we all do. We all have faults, none of us are perfect. But the narcissist now feels let down and gets annoyed. And narcissists, they also get bored in the relationship after the love bombing stage, which they're on top of the world, and then it ends up being a daily grind of life. As we all know, the honeymoon period is over, and the narcissist gets bored, and as I said, they realise that this person is not going to help them become a better person, and they can't mirror from them because they've got faults. All of a sudden they realise. So then starts a devaluation phase. Now the devaluation phase starts very subtle and very slowly, and they chip away at the New Supply, the new partner, and start to devalue them. Little snidey comments, gaslighting. They won't discuss anything that might be going wrong in the relationship because they can't. Narcissists don't communicate. They can't communicate. They don't have the ability to. They realise that love bomb stage is over, and they're bored, and they're not in love. The narcissist suddenly realise they're not in love because they mistook that for the love bombing stage, and narcissists can't love because they didn't develop those emotions and those feelings as a child, so they can't actually have those emotions. This is why don't have any empathy, don't have any self-esteem. It all comes from when they were a child and the way they were treated as they were growing up. So the discard stage commences, and now the New Supply sees more red flags. He probably, or she probably, saw some small red flags at the beginning and overlooked them because they thought, oh, this is fine, I'm in love, and they've put me on a pedestal, and I'm wonderful, and we've got a connection, so I'll overlook these faults. But these red flags become more regular, more often, and the New Supply hasn't got a clue what's going on. Is very confused, and it may stick with the relationship for a long while, because a lot of this also depends on the New Supply, the new partner. If this New Supply is, or was, maybe desperate to get in a relationship, maybe they've been single for a few years, maybe many years after their last breakup, and they were of the impression that they needed to be in a relationship to be happy, which is the way I used to be many years ago. I thought you needed a partner, somebody in your life to make you happy. Falsely, obviously, because that's not the way it works. You can be happy yourself, guys. So this New Supply feels he needs to be in a relationship. He or she, they meet this new person, this narcissist. They don't know they're a narcissist, and they think they're in love, and it doesn't work out that way, as we all know. So the new Supply now sees more gaslighting and more problems arriving. But as I say, they could be there years, because the narcissist has trauma bonded them. They've got them hooked into the relationship. They've introduced the kids. They may have moved in. They've got holidays booked, and the New Supply thinks, oh, this is very messy and going to be difficult to leave, so they stay. But mark my words, guys, it will end. It always does. It's a pattern. The narcissist has a pattern, and the pattern is always the same. Love bomb the New Supply, devalue them, and then discard. And this goes on and on and on. And have you ever noticed how the narcissist has a long list of crazy exes? All the exes are crazy. So when I met my narcissist, she had crazy exes, and she would describe them, and she would tell me all lies about them. What narcissists doing is actually describe themselves. They portray this, that their faults onto the ex. So they quote all these things that the ex did. He was aggressive, he was gaslighting, he was probably a narcissist, they'll probably say. And they paint this picture to the New Supply as what happened to me. So we didn't work out. I go on the list of crazy exes. The New Supply, the new partner, however long it lasts, they will go onto the list of crazy exes, and the next supply that comes along, they will describe the new supply as a crazy ex, and he controlled me and he was aggressive, all the things that the narcissist does to you. And the pattern continues. They don't break free from it. What happens is they end up being old and alone because people work them out, people can see what they're doing. As they get older, they can't attract a new supply as easy as they could when they were younger. You know, we all lose our looks and get older, and the narcissist disintegrates over time because they just can't cope with not having the supply. So guys, don't worry about the new supply. And also, it's none of your concern what the narcissist is doing. I mean, my opinion is, if you're still watching the new supply and your ex-narcissistic partner and what's going on in their lives, and you're angry because they're all loved up and they're having a great time, you haven't fully healed, guys, unfortunately. You know, you might be a long way down the road that you are healing, and you've come a long way, and you've worked stuff out, and you've researched stuff about narcissism, and you understand it a lot more, but you won't be fully healed if you're still watching them. Let them get on with it. It'll end. Karma is a great thing. The narcissist will always get their karma. But as I say, it could be years, it could be months when the new supply is discarded. Because narcissists will stay in a relationship longer, even though they know it's going to end. Especially if they're still looking for new supply to get somebody else hooked. They'll stay with the new supply, even though they know it's going to end, because they need to get more new supply in place so they don't lose the validation. So guys, don't worry about them. And remember, we're the lucky ones, because we got away. We got away from the toxic, narcissistic person that they are. And we can live our lives. And even if you're still healing, guys, it takes time, you know. I was told it can take 18 months, 2 years, or even up to 3 years to heal from narcissistic abuse, especially a covert narcissist, because that level of abuse is right up there, which is what I experienced as covert narcissist. So be yourself. Don't forget that you're the lucky one. Don't worry about the new supply. And see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.